This moment changed everything. But here's what nobody tells you. We have no idea when it actually happened. The discovery that separated humans from every other species on Earth, it's archaeology's greatest unsolved mystery. And the answer is hiding in caves, scattered across 1 million years of evidence. This is that detective story. For decades, scientists have fought over this question. Some evidence suggests fire control as early as 1.5 million years ago. Others say that's wishful thinking. The truth? And it's absolutely fascinating. Today, we're traveling to 3 archaeological sites spanning 700,000 years to reconstruct humanity's most important technological revolution. We'll meet the people who might have first controlled fire, knowing we can never know their real names. And we'll uncover why this single discovery gave us everything: language, culture, civilization itself. Let's solve this mystery. First, meet the protagonist, Homo erectus. Appearing around 1.9 million years ago, this was a revolutionary new human. Taller than their ancestors, bigger brains, the first to truly walk like we do. Master toolmakers who created symmetrical hand axes that would have made an engineer jealous. And they were brave, the first hominins to leave Africa and face challenges no ancestor had ever encountered. But despite all this innovation, they had one critical weakness. They were still prey. Because when the sun went down, everything changed. Darkness was a death sentence. Cold penetrated their bones, slowing reflexes. Predators with night vision, perfectly evolved for darkness, ruled the world. Homo erectus was trapped in a brutal cycle. Productive days, terrifying nights. Sleep wasn't rest, it was vulnerability. Every night the dice rolled on whether they'd survive until dawn. This couldn't continue. Something had to change. And then, someone figured it out. They'd seen fire before. Wildfires were forces of destruction. But what if they could control it? Wonderwerk Cave, South Africa, about 1 million years ago. This is where the story gets real. Let's call her Kara. She's a reconstruction. We'll never know her actual name. But someone like her existed here, and she did something revolutionary. Archaeologists found burned bones, plant ash, all in organized layers. This wasn't a wildfire that wandered in. The chemical signatures prove it. Controlled burning, in specific locations, returned to again and again. Kara's group discovered they could keep fire alive for days. This was engineering. This was the birth of technology. Jump forward 200,000 years and travel 4,000 miles north to ancient Israel. Meet Tao, another reconstruction, and his community at Gesher, Benot, Yaakov. The game has changed. Look at this. Organized stone hearths, deliberate wood selection. The evidence here shows they understood fire deeply. Different woods for different purposes, managing temperature and smoke. They're not just keeping fire alive, they're engineering it. And here's the kicker. The evidence appears throughout thousands of years of occupation. This wasn't luck. This was knowledge passed down, refined across generations. Final destination, Qesem Cave, 400,000 years ago. By now, the debate is over. This is habitual, universal, confident fire mastery, and the transformation is complete. Fire was used here continuously for 200,000 years. That's longer than modern humans have existed. This isn't survival, this is culture. So here's what the evidence tells us. This wasn't a light switch. It was a gradual dawn across hundreds of thousands of years. Phase 1, opportunistic use. maybe scavenging from natural fires. Phase 2, the critical leap, control. Keeping fire alive, moving it, understanding it. Phase 3, mastery. Fire becomes central to every aspect of life. And everything that makes us human, it emerges from these flames. With darkness held at bay, something extraordinary emerged: the evening. Before fire, there were only two states: dangerous day and terrifying night. Fire created a third space, a safe, warm, lit bubble where humanity could finally pause. For the first time in millions of years of evolution, they had time. Time to teach, time to bond, time to think. Now, some scientists argue cooked food provided the calorie surplus that fueled our expanding brains. Others point out brain size increased before we have clear evidence of regular cooking. The debate continues. But what's undeniable? Cooked food was safer, easier to digest, and unlocked nutrients locked in raw food. This was the world's first classroom, first workshop, first town square, all orbiting a single, miraculous flame. But the deepest changes were psychological. Fear replaced by security, isolation replaced by community. These nightly gatherings, these firelit rituals, forged a new kind of social cohesion. It demanded cooperation. Someone had to gather wood. Someone had to tend the flame. Someone had to keep watch. The group that mastered fire together survived together. And here's the thing. This practice didn't just warm their bodies. It may have literally rewired their brains. The neural pathways for complex social interaction, for culture, for language itself, they all flourished in the firelight. So when did we truly master fire? Honestly, we're still figuring it out. Every new excavation adds another piece to the puzzle. In 2012, microscopic analysis at Wonderwerk pushed the date back to 1 million years, stunning the scientific world. In 2022, new chemical techniques revealed fire use we'd previously missed. The timeline keeps shifting. But that's not a weakness. It's the beauty of science. We're detectives piecing together a crime scene from 1 million years ago. And slowly, carefully, the picture emerges. Kara never knew she was part of the greatest revolution in human history. She just knew that tonight her children slept peacefully. And that was everything. The mastery of fire was humanity's first declaration of independence from nature's rules. It gave us light, safety, community, and time. With this power, our ancestors were no longer bound to their African homeland. They could face ice ages, cross deserts, navigate unknown territories, and in those distant lands, they would encounter something unexpected: other humans, other species, other ways of being, the story of what happened when we met them. That's where things get really interesting. If you want to witness one of the most shocking discoveries in human history, the moment we realized we weren't alone, that other human species walked the earth, you need to watch the Neanderthal episode next. So hit that subscribe button, smash the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching, time travelers. Some scientists think fire didn't just change our bodies and brains. It might have changed our vocal cords, the smoke inhalation, the need to communicate around loud, crackling flames. It might be why we can speak at all. But that's a story for another time.